Alrighty, let's come together this morning in our opening treatment and set our intention into this power that responds to us according to our belief. And I suggest that this morning our intention is for consistency, for persistence, for staying the course. The proverb tells us that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. But you've got to keep walking. We recognize that this thing that we call the universe, that we call the divine, that we call love, it is consistent. It is constantly expanding. It is constantly growing. It is constantly becoming something new and something different, while at the same time it stays the same. It is all that there is. We look at the pictures of the Hubble, the pictures from the Hubble, and we can see things as they were millions of years ago. The universe has been in existence for almost 15 billion years, and perhaps longer, and perhaps always was, and perhaps always will be. The sunshine that greeted us this morning, those photons began their journey from the center of the sun 1 million years ago. And when they escaped the surface, they took 8 minutes to get here. Life is always plodding forward, consistently, and always toward a purpose. When we were born, the air our lungs took in our first breath was created for us before we even got here. Life was expecting us. The rivers flow consistently to the sea and carve great canyons through the rock. Consistency, persistence, methodically moving forward. That is the life that has created us out of itself. So we accept today the difference between where we are and where we want to be is simply those steps we have yet to take. And we commit ourselves to taking them. We begin with the first one, but then we continue, one foot in front of the other, in front of the other, in front of the other. We recognize that our success was assured before we began the journey, but our participation is required. Divine love has opened the door and invited us to walk into the new experience, to walk into the experience of the spiritual, to be born again in spirit. Today we accept the invitation more fully than ever before. We step through the doorway with enthusiasm, with excitement, with commitment, And every day, we put one foot in front of the other and continue our journey back home to the conscious realization of the presence and the activity of the divine in us, as us, through us, and around us. We are grateful for the opportunity to be here together, to love each other, to support each other in our growth. We are grateful to know there's a power in the universe that responds to us according to our belief. We release this treatment, this affirmative prayer to that law, knowing so certainly that it is done, that we say together, and so it is. Well, good morning, everyone. For those